If you try to fit in and you're constantly trying to prove to other people that I'm worthy, I can do it, I'm worthy, then you're giving up the sheer definition of who you are to the masses.
Pleasure to speak to you. You are an icon, you are an absolute queen. And
thank
I'm so geeked to be here right now with you.
Thank you.
Yesterday, I was at the screening and you spoke about being comfortable and confident in your skin. No matter the age, no matter the gender, no matter the race, be confident, because that's how you get to the next place. In your character, she has to be confident. You're the most powerful woman in the world. Like, how do you think she psychs herself up in the morning? What affirmations can you imagine she tells herself in the mirror in the morning to get her through the next day?
There's lots of ways that I can answer that question, but I have to say this first. You don't always feel confident. Danielle does not always feel confident. She absolutely is driven by the imposter syndrome. As a mother, as a leader, you just have to do it. That's it. You have to do it. You know, it's like they say that the path becomes clear as soon as you make the first step. That's it. Just making the first step is important. But this is it too. And this is just something that has come to me at, I'm gonna be 60 this year, is that your purpose is not what you do, it's what happens to people when you do what you do. And when you think of yourself and you think of what your life can mean to other people, how it affects them, how it makes them feel less alone, how it makes them feel more worthy, how it makes them feel more capable, then what it does is it gives you a level of courage to get up in the morning. That's confidence.
Okay.
That's fuel, that's warrior fuel.
Okay. So it's bigger than you.
It is bigger than you. Yeah. Who you are is more important than what you do, basically.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And obviously this film, you're the most powerful woman in the world, but you're also a black woman.
Yeah.
And you mentioned in the film, speaking to Marseille Martin that plays your daughter, I worked twice as hard to get here.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
A lot of pressure.
So as black women, how do we remove that pressure as we navigate life? Like, we always have this weight on our shoulders, but even as your character, mother, partner, leader of the free world, how do you remove that extra pressure of like, I have to work twice as hard because everyone is looking at me and they're actually waiting for me to fail?
I don't know what that even means, working twice as hard. That has been said to me so much in my life, and I'm like, how do you work twice as hard? You can just work hard.
Yeah.
That's all you do. Here's what you do to combat that. You belong to yourself. You don't try to fit in. If you try to fit in and you're constantly trying to prove to other people that I'm worthy, I can do it, I'm worthy, then you're giving up the sheer definition of who you are to the masses. And the masses are not gonna believe you can do what you do. They're always gonna feel like, I'm gonna play the mama in every role, you know, the woman with the deep voice, and I'm not gonna be sexualized, I'm not gonna do all of those things. But if you belong to yourself, if you say, I define me, if you continually share your story without shame, without embarrassment, and all parts of yourself, not just your achievements, but even your vulnerability, even your imposter syndrome, something happens along the way where your life becomes your own. And that's how you combat it. That's how you move through the world with that sort of barrier of people not being able to touch you. That's what I say.
So I wonder, when do you get to that point? Like, you've done a lot. When did you feel that you were doing that for yourself? That you found yourself, you're like, I'm gonna work for myself and everything else is?
There was no particular time, but I'll tell you, number one is honoring 6-year-old Viola. 6-year-old Viola didn't need to be healed. There was nothing wrong with her. She grew up in poverty, she was all of those things, but there was nothing wrong with her. She was mischievous, she would cuss, she would chuck a finger, she'd do all of those things, but she was also incredibly imaginative and creative, okay? But something happens when you continue to tell your story in spaces where you may feel uncomfortable. And something happens eventually where you begin to own it. And in owning your story, you're owning yourself. You have to take ownership away from the world and how they define you. And the only way to do that is to have courage to share your story and not mask it when you walk into spaces and give it over to other people to tell.
Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna
And watch G20.
watch G20
Because it's badass.
and I'm gonna take my mask off and I'm gonna rock this world.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's honestly a pleasure to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Madam President, we have a situation.
Ma'am, apprehension is minutes away.
A little much, don't you think, Mom?
Zip it. You and your brother are coming to Cape Town with us.
Why?
You know why.
All you ever care about is work.
I implore all world leaders to join me at the G20 summit.
Come on, Madam President.
Oh, damn. Now I gotta go save the world.
The 20 most powerful world leaders together. Going dark in 3, 2, 1. To the governments watching, I've taken the G20 by force. When we launch Project Deepfake, we will reset the world's financial markets. You gotta read the words exactly as written.
Quick beige fox. Quick beige fox. Quick beige fox.
Now we control the narrative.
My husband and kids are missing. We have to find them. If you want to live, you'll follow my lead.
Now you're Captain America. That was quite, well done.
They've got at least 5 hostages in the kitchen.
Your survival is what matters most.
I will not leave them.
Drop it!
President Danielle Sutton. You get around, don't you?
I'll get around to you, too.
Mom, I can help.
Lights out.
Find her.
Where are my husband and kids?
We're all here together.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
What if we get you into a comfortable pair of heels,
Do you want an honest answer?